Many people say that they want to write a book, yet 9 out of every 10 people who start writing a book never finish it, leaving one of their biggest dreams unfulfilled. So, what is it about the 1 in 10 people who do finish writing their book? What do they have, and what drives them to complete their books, their plays, and their songs? Welcome to the Editor's Desk, where we explore their writing experiences, their motivations, and their struggles. And now, here are your hosts, author, writing coach, and self-publishing guide, Lynn Everard, and author, Louise Gomez. It's Thursday at 5:30 p.m. here in Boca Raton, Florida, and you're watching the Editor's Desk. My name is Lynn Everard.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Editor's Desk. My name is Louise Gomez.
So, Louise, we are in the month of December, which means lots of celebrations and lots of opportunities to look at the lighter side of life. And we have two amazing people joining us today.
Yes,
all the way from Galesburg, Illinois.
Yes, we do.
And let's just get started. Go ahead and read their bio.
I will. I know you. I met them through you. I know. I've been friends with them on Facebook, and I've heard their music, and they're absolutely amazing, talented, and they have so much in their bio that I couldn't even pretend to read it all because they've done so much. They're so accomplished. But I will do a quick intro. Pippi Ardennia and Daniel Leahy music. They are both 69 years young, and their life mantra is, "It's never too late to be in love, to dream, to create, to change, and to transform your world and be your desired possibilities." Daniel and Pippi believe their music has the power to transform the listeners by giving them a new perspective and presenting the option that they have always had, the power within them. So please welcome to the show, Pippi and Daniel. We're so happy to have you.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome, guys. Yeah. This is exciting for us. So let's just put you on the hot seat right away, because why not, right?
Oh, God.
So, we talk about people being overnight sensations, 20, 30 years in the making, right? And so you're both songwriters, you're both, you've been on this path for a long time, and there are a lot of people that are just getting started who could really benefit from things that you know. So tell us your experience of writing a song.
Well,
Wow,
that different ways. Usually I'll sit, excuse me. Usually I sit down at the piano with Pippi in the room and I start playing something as it comes to me, and I get the heck out of the way. And Pippi will come in every time. She says, "What was that?" And I said, "Just something." And she'll say, "Well, when you played that, I heard this." And she'll, so we did, and she was here in the other room. Live it. Be it.
See it. Yeah. And I always record her on in order to record what he is feeling. And then while I'm in the other room.
Well, a lot of the lyrics. And then we get together, we tweak what the end result is going to be. And it's, for years, I did this kind of like riding a bicycle, but just it's just something that I do. And Pippi has been my muse since we've been together, he'll come over and my shirt. We need to do something with that because that's amazing, or what? And so that's how it, our
It sounds like a very collaborative effort, right? Like you both, I see that you both have so much talent, and it's such a beautiful collaboration because you come up with the music and you start, playing your piano, and then I imagine Pippi, I don't know what's going through your mind as do you just start making up, you just feel those words and you just start singing, or how does your flow come about?
Well, my flow comes about many different ways. It comes with seeing a picture, a whole video, hearing sometimes just 3 words or a phrase. Maybe sometimes I start getting lyrics, like a full verse, or there's times where I'm only getting a feeling, and a feeling, and that's usually the time we really collaborate is when I'm hearing I'm feeling what the story is about. And then Daniel and I will sit down and we will work how that looks, how that is formulated. So it comes in many different ways, but it's always, for the most part, ignited by his music, by his playing. And he plays while he's cooking. He goes while things are simmering. He comes in and he plays. He plays before he goes to bed. He plays when he's rehearsing. So there's always opportunity, and that's why we've written over 180 tunes.
Wow. I was going to ask how many they came up with. That is amazing. Now, Pippi, quick question. Did you always know that you were going to be a singer, like since a little girl, or how did that start? You just realized you're talented and your family said you're going to be a singer, or please share, because I think I heard you talking about it once, and I want you to share with everybody.
Great story. Great
story.
story.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I come from a very religious family, and my grandfather was the pastor and founder of the church, a Pentecostal. Everybody sang in the choir, and I was not the singer. I was not what they considered the singer, and so I was told many, many times that I was no Aretha Franklin, no Mahalia Jackson. I was told by choral teacher that I couldn't sing, even though I was in nightclubs singing. I was told by many people that I didn't have the talent, but at family functions, I would be the first to stand up and to perform for anybody. So no matter what anyone told me, I always sang. And I knew that I was going to either be a doctor or I was going to sing. And so I did. That's what I did. I kept singing until, as my mother put it, I faked it until I made it.
Well, you certainly have so much talent, and I'm glad you didn't listen to the naysayers, because if people say, oh, you can't do this, if you would have listened to that and not listened to your truth, then you might have been, not been living a happy life, right?
Yeah, there's some kind of meme that I've seen on the internet that says something like, don't tell someone they can't do something while they're doing it. Right? Because you were already doing it. So don't tell me if you're going to tell me I can't, tell me I can't before I start. But if I'm already doing it, then you're obviously missing something.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, my mom, she believed in me. She took me out to nightclubs at the age of 13 and waited and swooped me right off when I got off the stage to take me home. But I was singing in nightclubs at the age of 13 in Chicago. And And so my passion was always there, recording contracts as a songwriter and a singer with RCA and A&M Records. So I had a full. I convinced myself not to be like anyone else, but because of all of the things that I was told that I couldn't do with my voice, it became my original style.
I love it. So she used that to fuel her passion, right? Because some people can use that negative feedback and maybe, I don't know, get upset, become a victim. But you took that negativity and you said, no, like maybe I'll show you, or I'm just going to do it anyway. So you use that to motivate you, which is a very valuable lesson, because some people are not motivated by that. They want the approval, but she's lucky enough that that's what motivated her. So that's powerful.
So not only are you two a musical collaboration, but you also met and formed kind of like the ultimate collaboration in the sense that you're married. And
Yes.
so would you tell us a little bit about how that happened, because this didn't happen 30 years ago.
No.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, honey.
Well, Pippi and I met 4 or 5 years prior to us starting a friendship. I was relocated up to Minneapolis, and I was doing something other than music. I was a counselor in treatment centers. And a friend of mine told me to get a hold of a friend of his so that she would introduce me to some musicians in the Minneapolis, St. Paul area. And this person says, Pippi Ardennia is the one that you really want to get connected with, because Pippi had a foundation that she would work with young up-and-coming musicians, and she would put them alongside of seasoned veteran musicians and allow them to blossom and glean information from the professionals. And I went to see her, and I saw her, and the only thing that we had done was exchange Facebook addresses.
Mm-hmm.
And I never had any communication with her after that for 4.5, 5 years. I did play with other musician friends of that she used, friends of mine now. And then I left the treatment center and came back to Illinois, and happened on some videos of Pippi that she was doing in the morning. They were about 8 minutes long. They were feel good and videos, talks, and at the end of it, she would do an a cappella song that would be associated with whatever she's talking about. And I would sit down and play the piano to what she was singing.
Oh, I
And I thought,
love that.
man, that sounds pretty good. And so I started commenting back to her, and I had written enough data for several books. Lynn, I told you about that. And so instead of saying, I love your scarf, where'd you get those earrings, your hair's gorgeous, that lipstick looks divine on you, I was saying, I was writing paragraphs about what she was referring to. And that's how our relationship started. And then she didn't even know I was a musician.
No.
At that time.
She
She
didn't
didn't
even
know
know that.
Claire.
Wow.
I didn't even remember that we met.
A very funny thing is that I was talking to her online, and I said, after you do those Facebook live videos, they stay on the Facebook page forever. And if they come up, I would sit down and I would play with you. And she said, what? And I said, well, I would play along with you. And she says, what? I said, I'm a piano player. She was, oh my God.
Right.
So she thought maybe at first I was some kind of derelict, but
Yeah. Right, because I, at the same time sharing with my group of people and friends that I have a love interest, and they ask me how do I know them because they knew everything about my life. And I said, because they asked me where did I meet him? I said on Facebook, and their immediate response was, oh no, Pippi, he might be some kind of pervert. He is one, but no.
but in a good way.
But in a good
You know, I've seen a couple of those videos, Pippi, dropping them pearls of wisdom. I've seen that you talking, and I remember what Daniel was referring to. I've seen her doing something, talking, giving some whatever information, pearls of wisdom, and then speaking. So I haven't seen that in a while. I get to figure out if she's on my algorithm. I miss those. I have to make sure I have those again, because I'm sure you've been doing them. I haven't seen them, but.
So if you
No, I
followed us
haven't.
along this far, you can tell that Daniel and Pippi have a lot to be grateful for in their lives and with each other. And they just happen to have a song called I'm Grateful. And we're going to play that for you in a bit here. Matter of fact, if the team could cue it up, because we don't want to let this end without you being able to hear their music and what they sound like together, and how the music and the lyrics and everything come together. And so we're all set to go with that.
Yep,
so
okay.
This is Pippi and Daniel, and the song is I'm Grateful.
Okay. I'm grateful for the great sunshine, the beautiful sky, and every time I see somebody's pretty face passing by. And I'm grateful for the love in you. I'm grateful for the midnight sky, the moon so bright, and all the twinkling stars that make the night so nice. And I'm grateful for the love in me. When I think about the everyday joys I live, my heart just explodes with life. And to think it's simple inside, just for us to see it, it's hard to believe it's all in for us in love. I'm grateful for you that's in me, and the difference we see every time we allow each other the freedom to be. And I'm grateful for the love in you. And wherever we go out and play, I think of a song. I think of the joy we bring. And to think these simple games are here just for us to see it. It's hard to believe it's all here for us to love. I'm grateful for the walks on the beach and the delicious food to eat, and being with my family and the gift to breathe. Then I'm grateful for the love in me. Yeah, I'm grateful for the love in you.
rediscovering a past life.
Now imagine finding the person you shared it with.
And I just told all my friends, I'm like, you guys have to read this because I can't put it down. And I have not even gotten to the half of the book yet.
We are Lynn, Everard, and Louise Gomez, and we are the authors of the book, The Reuniting of Two Past Lives and the Unveiling of the 12 Sacred Lessons.
We invite you to purchase the book and discover the magic.
Welcome back to the editor's desk. Once again, we are your hosts,
I'm Louise Gomez.
and I'm Lynn Everard. Now back to the show.
I'm grateful for that song. It was spectacular.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Are they where are they?
Daniel and Pippi, can you still hear us?
Oh, here they are.
There we
My
are.
God.
Yeah.
That was amazing. I absolutely love it. I could feel the gratefulness in the song and the music and everything. It was amazing. Wow.
That
I
was
love
when
it.
we first got together. We were doing a art. What do they call those?
Pop-up.
No, this was up in northern Minnesota,
Oh, yeah.
Wisconsin.
A night on
Artist in residence.
art.
That was at a college that we were performing at.
I know that you've done a few, I think it was fundraisers or something I saw you doing that you were performing. I don't know when it was, but it was amazing, spectacular. I know you do a lot of different events. How has it been with COVID that, with the lockdowns and everything, how has that, affected, what you do, and how is it looking for you now?
Well, when COVID hit, we turned our living room into a space, and we started doing weekly performances, which are on YouTube, and we would do these concerts. Since COVID has decided to come and go,
And come
and go. We have been actually doing fundraisers and doing concerts and private performances. So, it's picked up a lot more the latter part of 21 and also in 22. The ones that you're seeing that we do, which is our fundraisers, are based on an organization that we created called PB Cares, that we are supporting families in our community that are having a struggle with paying utility bills or any kind of bills.
medical bills, whatever kind of bills.
And we've raised over $11,000 for that. We give these 4 concerts a year that are free concerts, and people make donations. So it's been very helpful to a lot of people.
Yeah, it was fun.
Wow, that's a beautiful thing, huh?
Yeah, that's fabulous. Well, it speaks not only to the power of music, but the power of you as a dynamic duo, putting things together. And one of the things we love about doing this show is to create a platform for people to get exposure and visibility, so that more people will come in contact with them. And it's really been such a delight. We were, again, these things go way too fast, but we're getting close to the end of the show, and we just really want to thank you both for joining us today and, going through the learning curve with us on some of the technology when we do these remote kind of shows. And but we're grateful.
Yes, we are.
For you for joining us. And I think your website is pndmusic.com. Is that right?
Yes, it is. That's
Okay.
correct.
P-N, the letter N.
Yes,
P-D music.
PD Music.
Yeah, and I want to
Okay.
share one thing if I can.
Please.
Is that Daniel and I, yes, we are 69 years old, and we have the audacity to follow our dream.
I love it. I
That
love it.
Yes, and that's
Yes.
amazing.
Are doing the same.
Yeah.
And we're very honored to have been asked to be here with you today. Thank you so much.
Thank
Well,
you.
thank you. And we want to just, as we close today, we want to share with you that our guest next week is C.C. Clevenger and another musician, more of a country type artist, but his voice is amazing, his work is amazing, and
Yeah.
and because it's the holidays, let's enjoy, let's celebrate
Absolutely.
with music and some lightness, because we've all gone through enough heaviness through the years. And so that is our show for this week.
That is. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for allowing us to share Pippi and Daniel with everyone. See you
Have a
next
great week.
Have a great week. Even if you have never written a book, you are still an author. In fact, we all are. In every moment, each of us is writing our own unique story that we call our lives. Because many of us are, as in the lyrics of the Dan Hill song, Sometimes When We Touch, writers still trapped within our truth. If this is you, why not start writing your thoughts in a journal? It will help you get your truth on paper and could just be the start of your own book. And don't forget to join us here every week for the next edition of The Editor's Desk.